Hi, I'm Esther.
Hi, I'm Bernice.
I'm James.
Why should you begin college while serving active duty military? I know it's a question that kind of looms over all of us like a rain cloud, but the idea itself can be intimidating and even sometimes scary. Not to worry. I'm here to put those thoughts out of your head by giving you 3 reasons why you should start today. I just hit my 3-year mark serving in active duty Army, and for 7 months I've been doing college, and it's been a breeze so far, and I hope it keeps up. Therefore, you should begin the process today and start taking college as soon as you're ready because the Army pays for it, it helps with your career progression, and even when you're retiring, it can affect you. The first point that I want to make is the Army pays for it completely, 100%, as long as you stay within their limits. Tuition assistance is the easiest way to go when you're in the military. According to a Congressional Budget Office paper titled Education Attainment and Compensation of Enlistment Personnel, published February 2004, soldiers getting TA will receive $250 per semester hour, not to exceed the cap of $4,500 per fiscal year. So that's roughly about 16 credits per year that you can complete for free. Next, there are education centers and online resources available to you almost 24/7. Online resources include the website that you would go to not only complete the application for TA, but also to enroll in your first class and every class following that. And then education centers are all over the states at every duty station as well as worldwide. When myarmybenefits.us.army.mil was last reviewed on January 29, 2016, it stated that there are over 10 education centers outside of the U.S. alone. Germany, Egypt, and Korea were the 3 that really jumped out at me. Your next option is you can either do traditional learning like in a classroom near your duty station, or you can do online classes, which has worked out really well for me considering I'm deployed. And lastly, it's all about you. You come up with a degree plan with your school advisor, and it's your choice on how many classes you want to take at one time. Since you now have a better understanding of the options that come with tuition assistance with the Army paying for your college, now I can move on to why starting today is such a big deal due to the benefits that it helps with your career progression within the military. You probably don't know it, but your military training will transfer into college credits. Basic training and AIT for enlisted soldiers roughly brings in about 9 credits per person. Your general education classes help to refine certain skills like writing, speech, and even general thought process. That'll just help you become a better counselor as well as leader. By completing a college degree, you're usually more associated with better productivity in your job, as well as you're able to handle more responsibility. You're willing to take more initiative, and then lastly, you can actually commit to something and complete it. That's a big deal. And then college credit goes toward promotion points, which is also a big deal. I'm working on getting my promotion from E4 to E5, and if I were to complete my associate's degree, that would be roughly 120 points. Lastly, Dennis McGee, in his article, Proposal Suggests Making College Degree Mandatory for Non-Commissioned Officers, in the fall of 2009 edition of Army Communicator, states that perhaps one of the biggest discriminators for promotions to the senior non-commissioned officer ranks is lack of a college degree. That basically just means that attaining a college degree, whether it's an associate's, a bachelor's, or even a master's, is a very desirable quality for higher ranks such as E7, E8, and E9. Now that we've covered how college can help with your career in the military, how can a higher education be beneficial to you when you're ready to get out of the military and become a civilian again? The first thing that I really have to stress is that completing some college is definitely better than having none whatsoever. Whether you're going to stay in 20 years or just do your first contract, at least getting a couple college courses could really benefit you. According to a study conducted on the education attainment of veterans from 2000 to 2009, prepared by the National Center for Veterans Analysis and Statistics in January of 2011, Kelly Holder notes that the percentage of veterans with an advanced degree, meaning about a master's degree or higher, was higher than that of non-veterans each year, and it increased significantly over the decade. So military personnel are using these benefits to get their higher education. Completing a degree also improves your potential for future jobs with future employers once you get out of the military and become a civilian again. Potential employers can overlook your military expertise or experience and go straight to college education, meaning if you don't have much college education, they might not even consider you for the job compared to someone who just graduated from college, and even though they don't have as much experience as you, they tend to kind of overlook military experience. In conclusion, beginning the process now to enroll while still active in the duty, active duty, helps your own wallet as well as your future, both military and civilian. I went over how tuition pays for your higher education as long as you stay within those limits. I also covered college benefits promotions with promotion points as well as it looks good on your record. And then lastly, I covered how a degree with your military experience can definitely help you get the job that you want when you get out of the military. Thank you for joining me today, and I guess right now we can open it up to any questions that you may have for me.
So I'm getting out with you starting now rather than starting out.
Well, you see, there are benefits for when you want to go back to college once you get out. I didn't cover it in my speech because they're pretty lengthy, but starting now, at least you could get some of it knocked out of your way. Like even just doing your generals right now would make it so much simpler when you get out. You can just go straight into whatever degree you want instead of kind of slumping back into the general education courses. And any more questions?
How do we go about not having time for active duty and emergency?
That's the question that I was actually expecting to come up because everyone thinks that you're not going to have enough time, but it's all about prioritizing. Because instead of sitting back and watching Netflix for a good 3 to 4 hours every day that you're off, you could spend half that time and knock out a decent amount of college every day or every other day or every couple of days. So it's all about prioritizing your schedule and realizing either whether you're ready for college or maybe you're not yet. But as far as not having enough time, it all depends on the person.
How do we know about getting to college and being able to deploy right now?
That's another good one. I did notice that there is an education center in the area that we're at. So if you wanted to, you could go visit them, and I'm sure they could set you up on the steps. Or since I've gone through it, a couple of our friends in battles have also gone through it, you can always go to them and see if they can help you start the enrollment process, because you can actually do it 90% of the time online. The only time that you really need to do it at the education center is if you're completely clueless. But you do have some good friends around you that can actually get you helped out if you were to want to start today. Any more questions? All right, well, thank you for your time and enjoy your night.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm turning off now. Good.